right, DG, I got to start with you because there are the numbers that Raphael just talked about, and he is not lying. The Texans at minus 105. If you're a Texans fan and you're bullish on them, I think you should bet on them right now. Does it shock you to see these numbers in this division?
It does shock me because I first looked at this and I thought that the Texans being minus 105, even money, depending on where you can find this at, was a good bet overall. But then I look at, what Houston doesn't have, and their receiving core is down, obviously, without Tank Dell. And I look at Jacksonville, and you have a better team. I think they're better defensively. And so if you have a defense that's led by Fuyasade Aluakon, yeah, easy enough for me to say. He is the best defensive linebacker in the entire division. I think Jacksonville at plus 310 is a great bet at this point.
Oh, absolutely love it. By the way, a quick reminder, I'm looking over in the chat if you're watching on YouTube. My man Marky Model's in there. We're talking baseball. You have any questions, football, about the model, he'll answer them for you in real time. Also, Raphael will be in the chat as well. Mikey, let me come over to you because as I did my research for this segment, I'm thinking, how can you bet on anybody but the Texans? But then I thought, well, Travis Hunter, who's been all the rage, he told CBS Sports HQ last week he plans on playing every single snap offensively and defensively this year and only sit out for special teams plays. That's going to be impossible, but he says he's going to do it. I think there's a love affair with him, which is why we see the numbers we're seeing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. When I look at these numbers, the one that shocks me the most is not the Texans, it's not the Jaguars. The Titans coming in fourth. I would put them ahead of the Colts and never think about it twice. I mean, that number between those two teams is absolutely crazy. So I would just throw that out there. If you don't believe in the Titans, at least bet them to do better than the Colts this year. I think that's very simple. But when you talk about the Jaguars, listen, we all heard it this year, right? Duval, Liam Cohen, Duval, the worst Duval of all time. But Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter, there's weapons in Jacksonville. Raphael, all due respect, you're hating on Trevor Lawrence. He had you blocking for him his first few seasons in the NFL. He was running for his life. He had inept coaching. I think Liam Cohen's going to come in and change the culture. He's going to change the system. I think we're going to see the best Trevor Lawrence we've seen since his Clemson days this year.
He's the only quarterback from that class that is still with the team that drafted him. Think about that for a second. And that was only 5 years ago. That's how bad the quarterback class has been. But Tommy, as I come over to you, the Titans have the number one pick in this NFL draft. And he is a quarterback. And he is coming out of Miami. He's saying all the right things, Cam Ward, except when he was asked about Will Levis being out for the season, he's like, oh, I really didn't think about it very much. I'm out here focused on what I got to do. Now, not really a team player thing to say, but this is now his team. And sometimes in football, sometimes in the NFL, you've got that crossover moment. And this might be a chance for people to sprinkle just a little bit because Cam Ward could be dynamic, could be the NFL Rookie of the Year, Tommy.
He could be, Coach, but let's face it, the NFL is a lot faster than it is in college football. So I think Cam's going to have a rough go of it in the beginning there. The Titans are really not that good. And here's the other thing about this division, Coach. Will Trevor Lawrence ever live up to his potential? Because if he does, they can have a pretty good team. With Travis Hunter there, their defense is good. I like sprinkling a little money on Jacksonville there. Of course, Stroud had the sophomore slump, but they are easily probably the team to beat in this division. But yes, I think Cam Ward's going to have a little rough go of it. The NFL is a lot different than college. I know he's a great athlete and everything, but it takes a while to get used to what's going on in the NFL.
This is the time of year where you see, oh, snap. Look at that graphic right there, DG. I had forgotten that Daniel Jones was now a part of the Colts. And Anthony Richardson is sick coming out of Florida, who's a big part of the documentary I just talked about. These are the two choices in Indianapolis. They're both not bad quarterbacks, but you know what they say, if you've got two really good quarterbacks, you have zero. Were you shocked to see this graphic as well?
I was shocked, and I'm honestly shocked that the Colts have them both on the depth chart at number one, tied. What are we doing here at this point? Make a decision. But the problem is Anthony Richardson has that high ceiling. Like, the dude could be amazing, but his floor is so low. What do you get with Daniel Jones? You get a low ceiling, but a high floor. And because of that, that's why they have them tied. Anybody that's tied with Daniel Jones, who is not a great quarterback, not even a good quarterback, they have an issue there. But I think Anthony Richardson ends up winning this. But the Colts, even though they have a good receiving core around him, I don't think that they have a chance to really be good again. And because of that, I think we end up seeing more decisions on another quarterback moving forward after the season.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating too. And I think one of the things that fans need to look at, this could be a division, Mikey, that we're seeing 9-8, maybe even 8-9 win this division, because the Texans, because they went to the playoffs, because they were a first place team, they've got a very difficult schedule, which we haven't even really hit on yet. And when I'm looking at their first two games, Rams, Bucks, those are playoff teams. And then you have Baltimore right before a week 6 bye, which I hate, a bye before minimum week 8. But then, Mikey, as you keep going down, you got Denver, you got Buffalo, you got Kansas City. I mean, the Chargers. This is a really hard schedule for a team that did win a playoff game last year. CJ Stroud is coming into his third year, but this might be a sneaky play to drop some shekels on somebody else just based off the schedule.
Yeah, that's a very tough schedule. But coach, I want to make just one thing clear whenever we talk about the Texans. They ruined me last year from a betting perspective as a homer of the Chicago Bears. So I will never have anything to say nice about the Houston Texans. Nico Collins is a good player. But look at this graphic on the screen right here. Travis Hunt and Brian Thomas Jr. We're talking about all the playmakers in the AFC South. From Stroud to Travis Hunter and Trevor Lawrence in between. When you look at Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr., I would go on the hill and say that the Jaguars have the best playmaking wide receivers in the division, and it's not even close.
I agree with you, which is why I'm bullish at plus 300, Tommy. I'm looking at the Jags and not the Texans as my pick to win this division for those two things, schedule on one side and then just a lot of talent on the Jags on the other.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I like the Jaguars too. I mean, Travis Hunter, man, who knows what he can do in the NFL? The kid is a stud, but I don't think he's going to be able to play every down. This is the NFL. It is a much different league than college. I think he'll smarten up after 3 or 4 games, and the coaches don't want to lose him at all. And the other thing about the Texans, they still have a great coach. He's going to coach him up big time. But I do like the Jaguars here, man. I think they could do some damage. If only Trevor Lawrence would play up to his potential, they could run away with this thing, coach.
Well, he got the bag. He got the
Yep.
money. He got the
Yep.
contract, that second contract that every NFL player wants. He got it. Now he has to
Yep.
earn it. And that's a completely different thing. Coming
Absolutely.
up tomorrow, you guys know what division we're looking at. Damn, that hurt just a little. Wow. I didn't realize my own strength. The AFC West. Can the Chiefs repeat? Can they get back to the show? Can I get a better background? All those questions will be answered by tomorrow's show.